Throughout the original era of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, from Iron Man to Endgame, Black Widow was one of the few heroines associated with the Avengers that did not necessarily have a uniform or major costume change throughout the films. Her attire remained mostly the same, from appearance to depiction of what she wore to the functionality even of what she wore. But the speculative scenario is this: the surprising importance of Black Widow's hairstyles. When Avengers Infinity War and Endgame were originally released, there were speculations on theories presented about the lack of costume change or difference with depiction of Black Widow in relation to nearly every appearance of the character. Instead, the theory was that the hairstyles which were depicted for Natasha Romanoff were reflective of her progression as a character, on the development of the said character throughout all of the films to depict her. This was also to imply that Black Widow, although trained as a Soviet assassin from the Red Room and later an American SHIELD operative, did not necessarily have any powers nor abilities of her own that necessarily differentiated her from a normal human woman. Therefore, her wardrobe did not need a superficial change that other heroes had during their progressions as characters on their developments throughout the films that they might have been theoretically depicted with. The hairstyles were a visual reminder or example to casual audiences of her change as a character, but it also reminded viewers of the limitations of Black Widow that had to have the only real change to her appearance being something as simple as such. But further speculations have it that throughout most of the era to originally depict Black Widow, and according to information now known in the multiple phases, there was only a true and real difference to her hairstyle, which were from Infinity War and Endgame, while other opinions had it that for the grand finale of the original era of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, every character had a massive or even noticeable change in appearance, from a literal physical difference to a wardrobe update. A final fact had it that during the era of peak Marvel Studios interest, whenever a film featuring Black Widow was aired in theaters, women in the said audience would actually express interest for Black Widow's hairstyle, and when visiting salons would request similar styles for themselves, in an imitation of what was shown in the feature they had seen.